I've been up to my old tricks. I'm Joseph. This is Input English. For those of you joining us for the first time, Input English is a channel on YouTube that provides content for comprehensible input. This channel was made for you, and the purpose is to improve one's listening ability and one's speaking ability in English. Comprehensible input is arguably the best way to learn English. So I started out with this phrase, I've been up to my old tricks. I might say, old habits die hard. So these are expressions that are used frequently in English. You will hear them, and they have specific meanings. So if someone is up to their old tricks, the usual meaning of that phrase is that they are up to something nefarious. They are up to something perhaps dishonest or unseemly. But sometimes people will use that phrase in a more innocent way. If somebody's just doing something that they are wont to do, they could be up to their old tricks. So it doesn't have to be criminal behavior or something immoral or unethical. No, it can be, depending upon the context. If someone's up to their old tricks, they may be up to no good, or they may just be falling into old patterns of behavior that are familiar. The phrase, old habits die hard, is an idiom or an expression that originated in the 19th century, and it just points out human nature. Once we have a habit, we tend to repeat that habit. A well-established habit may have a big influence on our behavior. Now that's good news for us, because if we want to accomplish something like improve our level in English, we can establish habits to get comprehensible input on a regular basis, and that can be the foundation of a very successful program. If you've seen any of my other videos, particularly the ones on how to learn languages, you know how much value I put into forming good habits of getting consistent input. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. No. What I'm referring to in this episode is that I have gone back to an old pattern of behavior, and a very good one at that. I have explained in other videos that during the pandemic, a lot of us had some time on our hands, and I, for one, was very interested in using that time for good purposes. So I developed a habit during the pandemic of reading a lot. One of the books I read during the pandemic was Dracula. And to my surprise, that book was so vividly written that I found it too frightening to continue reading it from time to time during the reading process. I had to put it down. I had to get it out of my hands. Having put Dracula down, the question is, what was I going to do with my time? Because that habit of reading had stopped. And I thought, well, I'll just start another book. And then I'll return to Dracula when I've recovered my composure. And so I started reading another book. I don't recall what it was, but I started another book. What I discovered is that it works fine to have more than one book in progress at any given time. So from that point on, during the pandemic, I typically had 3 books in progress at any time. So the habit I've gotten back into is reading multiple books. It's really a marvelous thing that the human brain can take care of this. We don't have to put a lot of effort into keeping them straight. We just start reading a book, and if we put it down, get another book, our brain automatically keeps them separate. We don't have to worry about any record keeping. All we need is a bookmark. My usual pattern is 2 fictions and a nonfiction. Now, you might ask, why am I telling you this? The reason I've chosen to tell you this is because I know that it works. I know it is a valid way to read, and some of you might find it very useful. People are very social creatures, and so when we find a good restaurant or a nice recipe, we're likely to want to share that with our friends. We give that information away freely. Also, as social creatures, we frequently look to each other to validate the way we are doing things. After all, every day has a big component of ad lib built into it. You get up, you go through your habits and your routines, and then pretty soon you're in this world where you need to do things, but you don't have plans for every minute. You are ad-libbing from minute to minute. So sometimes it's very reassuring for us to have some validation from another person that the kind of behavior that we have chosen is actually reasonable. The shorthand term I use for this is that other people can give us permission to do things, can reassure us that what we are doing is reasonable, and then we can proceed with more confidence. That is my purpose today. If you have an opportunity to read more than one book at a time, and you're wondering whether it's a reasonable thing to do, I assure you that based on my experience, it is. Now, will it work for you? I have no idea. You would have to try it and see if it suits you. You may find it very uncomfortable. You may find it not to be useful to you. I find it delightful to have 3 books all in progress so that I can just casually decide which one of them I'm going to pick up and read and enjoy. I invite comments below, and if you like videos like this, be sure to click on this one next. See you soon.